Is Elder Scrolls Online worth playing in 2021? That's a good question. Hello everyone, I'm Bunny Bouncer, and welcome to my rabbit hole of gaming and all things in the geekdom. Busy last couple days, hence why I didn't upload over the weekend. But today I wanted to talk about Elder Scrolls Online. I'm not at the endgame yet, so I'll likely end up doing another video on things like the veteran dungeons or the housing and the PvP, but I wanted to make this video because I don't actually have a good history with ESO. When ESO first released, I, like a lot of people, pre-ordered it. I played Skyrim, though not as much as a lot of people like my dad or my brothers. But I was excited. They do a really good job of just really bringing you in with the cinematics and building up that hype for the game. And I thought I'd have similar feelings about ESO as I did about Skyrim. Maybe it wouldn't be my favorite game, but I'd still enjoy it. But there was nothing about it I enjoyed. I didn't like the game. Skip ahead a few years, my family convinces me to give it another try, and I still didn't like it. There was something about the game that I really genuinely did not enjoy. So the reason I didn't like the game is kind of a two-part thing. The graphics and animation bug me. They're very dark and boring, just design-wise. That's how they were designed to be. They're very, very well done for that style. I just don't like the style. And the animations were just stiff. And when you add those things onto the other part of my issues, it was just too much. And my other issue, I made a Templar in ESO and hated it. It just felt horrible to me. You might like Templar, I don't know. My sister-in-law loves it. But my problem was none of the other classes appealed to me. You're probably wondering where on earth I'm going with this. Before I continue, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I know it looks scary and kind of off-putting, but trust me, you guys are gonna get along. And then comment down below and let me know what you like or dislike about ESO, or if you're just interested in playing the game. So here we are in 2021. I just finished playing Outriders, I was looking for a new game, and my family has gone back to ESO again because this happens to be one of the games that they actually constantly go back to in their rotation of games they replay. And once again, they asked me to try ESO. And I finally broke down and I just said, fine. And I am really enjoying it this time around. I was surprised that I was enjoying the game because I've never liked the game. So here are my reasons you should try ESO in 2021. The classes. I was sitting here complaining about none of them appealing to me, but they added in a class that finally appeals to me, and it actually appeals to me more than most games. You might find the other classes interesting when I didn't, and if you've not played the game before, I definitely recommend getting on, going through all of the classes, and just seeing if you enjoy them. So if you're new to the game, you've never played before, I definitely would try out all the different classes. But they do have two classes that you can buy if you don't like any of the ones that they have, which is the Warden and the Necromancer. And the neat thing with the classes is that all of the classes can be any part of the triad. And the abilities you select and you put on your hotbar, you can level them up, and once you get them to a certain level, you can morph them, and you have even more option to make sure that everything fits into the style of play you want to do. But I found that I really like the Warden. If they threw in a lute or a lyre or a flute or some kind of instrument-styled weapon, this would be my ultimate game class ever made. Because it's animals, it's healing nature magic, and it's a little bit of ice magic thrown in there too. The animations and spell designs for the Warden are the most visually realistic and appealing that I've seen in a game in a very, very long time. Because they're simple, and they bring this lightness and... what is the word I'm looking for? Whimsy. They bring this whimsy into the game that's not there before. And yes, it is a dark game. It is intentionally a dark, grimy, gritty feeling game. But for people like me, I need a little bit of that whimsical feel in the game. It's not too over the top like a lot of games get with the magic. It's just enough that you can tell when a warden is near you. It's a distinct look with them. The other things I like are the costume and motif system. You get the choice to cover up all of your mismatching armor with a costume or motif. And if you go with a motif, you actually have to search the world and find books and pages from books to study the certain armor designs that you want to have displayed over your armor. And the costumes are gathered in a myriad of different ways too. But I hate mismatching armor in a game. So this is a big point for me. I also really like the personalities. It brings a certain realness to the game, because we're not all standing there the same. We're not statues and we're not robots. This makes it seem more like they're actually different characters standing around idle doing their own thing. And when you add in the different animations that your character goes through that you don't see, for instance, when you open up your map, you actually pull out a map and start gazing through it. When you go into your inventory, you pull out a bag and start rifling through it. The personalities bring a nice little touch to that entire realm of it. Everything is voiced, even the side characters, the smallest, littlest quests. Everything is voiced. And I like that they put that much effort into everything, because other games really don't. And the last one I have are the dolmens, which is a love-hate thing for me. I really like the dolmens because of the choice they offer, but I also don't like the dolmens because they are so boring. They are so boring. The dolmens are these... I don't really know how to just describe them. It's like this giant stone circular arena type thing where it spawns these waves and waves of mobs, ending in this like world boss. And you have multiple different ones of them. And you go from dolmen to dolmen to dolmen because they constantly respawn one after the other. And it's just this cycle of grinding down to get experience. And from what I'm gathering and from what I'm learning, it's the quickest way to level in the game. If you don't have the time to do some story, or you don't feel like doing story, and you just want to get leveled so you can catch up with the group, the dolmens are a fantastic way to do it, and they're really fast, provided you can handle the monotony. Again, I'll probably do another video once I get a house and I start doing the housing, or when I start getting to the PvP with my guild, and, you know, doing things like that. But for now, I will say, yes, I do think ESO is worth playing in 2021.